Hi there, I'm Bill Grisa, and you are watching Lindsay Klein's Homegrown Spotlight on WDHA.
My name is Lindsay Klein. This is the WDHA Homegrown Spotlight. We're going to talk to a couple members of Mercury Morning. What a beautiful name. Welcome to the DHA Homegrown Spotlight. I'm with Evo and Anthony. How long have you guys been in this band together? And why don't you tell the audience what you do in the band?
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play the bass.
Okay.
I'm Evo. I sing. The history of the band, it's not simple. First, Anthony and Jim kind of played for about 18 months. Well, that was in the version 1 of this band of sorts. And then when that kind of, the players kind of found different things to do, or actually had babies, they decided to,
So they did each other. I'm just kidding.
One of them had twins, I believe. So there's a lot of babies going around in the last version of this band. So kind of perchance start playing with them, and they had a certain amount of material ready for me to jump on, and just continue rolling without having to stop for a number of months.
Were you in version 1?
He had version 1, and me and Jim had version 1 of our separate thing, and Jim and I had been playing for, like you said, about 18 months, and we had about 10 songs, and I was actually singing on the songs and playing bass, and Jim was playing drums. But the songs were all ready to go, so when Evo came in, the first rehearsal, he basically wrote scratch vocals for 10 songs, and we pretty much knew that it worked.
Okay. Well, how did you come up with the name? Was it already there? You came up with the name?
Yeah,
So you changed it?
Mercury Morning. I dreamed it up for a few years ago. It kind of sounds good. It leaves it open to the imagination. You can kind of use your own ideas of what it means. But it's really catchy from what I hear.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Everybody seems to really go, hey, I know you guys from somewhere else. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Even when we did some stuff with earlier in the year with Matt Pinfield, he swore up and down that he must have heard of us, but it's just that kind of name that kind of captures you. So it kind of helps.
Okay.
It sounds like we've been around.
Yes. How would you describe your sound?
I would call it alternative rock, but that's very, very broad. I understand. You have a few influences.
You want to hear?
No.
No.
Yes.
Geez, The Cure, The Smiths, Bauhaus, Joy Division, all of that.
I hear the dark wave in it. That's why I really like it, because it's some of my favorite types of music. I was drawn to it from that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We have our dark side. Well, I do.
Dark side of the Mercury Morning. So where do you guys like to gig out? Do you play all over Jersey, New York?
Mostly New York City.
Okay.
I found that there really isn't a scene in Jersey like it used to be a few years back, and it's kind of oversaturated by cover bands because you got to make money. It's hard to sell original music. The number of venues in New York City alone allows any band to have a stage, as opposed to areas in New Jersey that are not so populated and in the middle of nowhere, and then people have to drive very far to get to. So it's easier, definitely. We do stuff in Hoboken, but mostly in Manhattan and Brooklyn.
Okay. Very cool. So I have one album of yours. Do you have more than one?
We have a previous from 2009, and we're concentrating on what we released this year, which is called Aries. And we're finalizing mixing for the next EP.
Okay, cool. So there is more on the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question filled. Awesome. Well, tell the audience where they can find your music.
Why don't you take that one, Evo?
You can find us,
It's a really hard one.
It's a hard one, yeah.
No,
It's not at all.
We got the
Just
short
kidding.
URL now. It's facebook.com/Mercury Morning, mercurymorning.com. Actually, you can find our music on iTunes and probably about half a dozen other online retailers all over the world, actually. I mean, thanks to iTunes,
Mhm.
Japan, and Spotify. So you say that? Some service thing. But yeah, check us out on Facebook and like us.
Like us, yes. I like you. Oh, you like me.
We have YouTube videos up too.
All right, cool. They can just YouTube Mercury Morning. Last question I ask every band. Band's just starting off. Original scene, piece of advice. One or two you. Tell them.
To bands starting off.
Mm-hmm.
You need a way to make money to buy your toys. So don't be too proud to take a crappy job to pay for your gear.
And persistence, that's the number one thing. Is just continuing on when you feel like you can't. It's very hard and there's a lot of obstacles along the way, so you just got to keep at it.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Check them out.